Hi, welcome to Weathering Chemo. I'm real excited about today's video. We're combining research with items that you might already have in your home, along with some occupational therapy strategies. So this is kind of an all-in-one video, and I'm hopeful that you'll get a lot from it. So today we're going to make a stress ball. So this stress ball can hopefully help you if you're going through chemotherapy and experiencing any neuropathy in your hands. So peripheral neuropathy is a numbness or tingling, even pain that you can get that can develop in your hands while going through the chemotherapy process. This stress ball hopefully will help. So let's go ahead and get started. We only need 2 items in order to make our stress ball, so it shouldn't be too stressful. So we're going to need some socks. And ideally with the socks, I would love it if it had those non-skid little rubber markings on the bottom. They sell these often during the holidays. In fact, this is a pair that was gifted to me. So if you have a pair like this, that would be great. And you may also have some if you've been in the hospital. You know, they sometimes give you those non-skid socks and they'll have a little design on the bottom that's kind of rubbery. Those would work really well too. So we have those, and then a small bag of dried beans or peas. These are black-eyed peas left over from New Year's Eve, but this is a 16-ounce bag. So we don't need the whole 16 ounces. So if you haven't used them yet, go ahead, cut it open, and just leave just enough at the bottom here where you can make a nice, comfortable fist around it. And I'm going to say this is about 1/3 of a cup, maybe 2 ounces. This is just the bottom of the bag here. So when you've got these 2 items, we can go ahead and get started. So we'll start with our beans, and we're just going to go ahead and tie a knot at the top. Like so. So really close to the bottom here, so it's a really tight knot here. You don't want any beans or peas falling out. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to take our sock, just one, and we're going to put the beans in at the toe, right here at the front. Great. And then we're going to bring the heel part over and around. So a lot of those little markings that were on the bottom are now facing up. And here is our stress ball. So I mentioned to research earlier, and the research I was referencing did a study looking at women going through breast cancer treatment with chemotherapy who had developed neuropathy. And they did a variety of different exercises with a stress ball, and it significantly improved their neuropathy. So the issues they were having with their hands really decreased after doing these exercises. So I thought this was a wonderful study, and I definitely wanted to bring this forward for you guys. I will link the study below, and I will also just go through a few exercises here. I'm going to do a separate video with all the different exercises they did so you can follow along. But just to give you an overview, some of the basics they were doing were just doing a regular fist, just like you might normally do with a stress ball. You can kind of turn it over in your hand to get different angles. Of course, we want to do both of our hands. And then you can do what I call a sock puppet. So it's kind of a alligator mouth, maybe. Just kind of squeeze, kind of a tabletop, flat top there with your fingers. And roll it over and do the other side and squeeze. You can squeeze with just your fingertips. You can just do one finger and your thumb. It's a little harder to coordinate. It's actually good for your brain too, probably. Great. You can roll it between both of your hands. There's so much you can do with this, and it may be really helpful too to bring along in your chemo bag for the next infusion. So you'll have this at the ready. If nothing else, it might help you with your mental state. If you're feeling stressed out, you'll have this, but it may also help prevent some neuropathy. So that could be really helpful as well. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope this has been helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.